Joining us now, host of Stacey on the Right on Sirius XM Patriot, Stacey Washington, and host of the 47 Morning Update podcast and Verdict with Ted Cruz, co-host Ben Ferguson. Great to see both of you. Ben, the reaction of these left-wing liberals paddling around their sewage lagoon gives them away. Like President Trump says, and Elon Musk, let's just look into USAID, and that tells you everything you need to know with their freak out.
Look at what they found. Look at what they found. They found $2.5 million to DEI in Serbia. Why would any American want to pay that? $70,000 on an Irish DEI musical. I don't want to pay for that. Most Americans, I would agree, would say no to that. $47,000 on transgender operas in Colombia. I don't want to pay for a straight opera in Colombia. And $32,000 on trans comic books in Peru. Again, the majority of Americans are saying they don't want to pay for those types of things with their tax dollars. And look, what we're finding out, what we're witnessing here, is our government was filled with even more waste, fraud, and abuse than we could have even imagined, because I couldn't come up with the idea of a comic book in Peru or a trans play in Colombia or whatever country it is. Like, those are not normal, sane things that people would spend money on if you're working for the U.S. government. And so I think what you're witnessing right now is the burning down of the waste, fraud, and abuse in this country. And every time Schumer and these other guys like Swalwell that, like to hang out with spies, Fang, they're just making a bigger spotlight on the corruption. So I think we are going to see massive savings this year. It's going to be incredible.
So, Stacey, I want to get your take on this, because Democrats are fine having an empowered, 80,000 IRS agents to go look in America's, piggy banks and what they're doing. But heaven forbid, Elon Musk and some 19-year-old kid who knows how to actually, scour through these types of things, they freak out if anybody looks under the hood of the government.
Yeah, they're using algorithms to go in and look under the hood and see how these payments, where they came from, how they were authorized, where they were sending the money to, and how there was no pushback on any of this at U.S. Treasury, which is a rabbit hole. Now that they're down there and they're looking at where the payments are going, a lot of this is connected back to USAID. But the point that has to be made here is this was the Tea Party's main cry, that there's a lot of fraud, waste, and abuse going on in the government, and that we don't deserve this. We're working our first quarter of every year, busting our buns to pay our taxes, only to have them making foreign despots millionaires. And USAID actually isn't about saving refugees. That's what it's being used for, but it's supposed to be an arm of our government using soft power, exerting that in foreign countries on behalf of our other agencies and the presidency. So this is a complete bastardization of the purpose of this agency, and moving it under the State Department under Marco Rubio, having him be the acting head, is exactly what it's supposed to be. And just one more thing. This is also a Democrat machine to put donations into the hands of Democrat elected officials. 97% of the political contributions from USAID went to Democrats. So that's why they're yelling. They're not yelling because they care about refugees.
I just want to add
and not only that, they never said no to any funding. I don't know if you guys saw that. They never said no to funding. There was no one at the gatekeeper that's like, hey, we can't spend that money there. Everything was automatically stamped for approval.
This is tens of billions of dollars every year. This fraud and abuse and the funneling of money for coups and terrorists has been going on for decades. I have quotes from one Jason Chaffetz back in 2011 when he was talking about in Congress just the complete waste in Iraq with this money, where let me quote this one thing, Jason, where he sat, representative from Utah, 22 individuals attended a 5-day mental health course in Iraq, yet 1.5 million people were reported as beneficiaries. This is just a little driblet of the waste. I digress. No, it's not about results.
Burn it down.
It's about spending money.
There's a mandate to burn it down.
All right, go ahead.
All right, but I want to get to this because this is so. No, you got to listen to this, because it didn't take long for the liberals to protest over the demise of an agency they hadn't even heard of it earlier. A day later, USAID's decades of mismanagement, corruption, and questionable financial disbursements, they're plain to see, but not for Bill Gates, of course. He appeared on The View, oh, we love that, to share his take on Doge, Elon Musk, and USAID.
I'm a little worried, particularly with this USAID stuff. My foundation partners with USAID on nutrition and getting vaccines out. And, there's incredible people. Hopefully we'll get some of that work back in shape. In fact, if we don't, you could have literally millions of deaths.
Millions of deaths? Real quickly, we only got 20 seconds for each of you. Comment on what Bill Gates is saying.
Yeah, fear-mongering 101.
Sorry, Stacey first. My bad. Stacey first.
Yeah. So I'm gonna jump in here and point out one line item here out of the millions. Church World Service Incorporated. They are a non-for-profit. They have gross receipts of $219 million plus. They also have contributions of $30 million. They have given 0 grants, and the taxpayers fund them to the tune of $186,438,735. And I know part of that money is mine, and I want this stopped. Thank you, Elon and the tech bros, for bringing this to our attention.
Ben.
Yeah. It's always this with Democrats, right? You take something away we don't like and we expose you, and it's like, oh, well, millions are going to die, so therefore you must just let it keep going. The answer is no. Bill Gates, write a big check if you want this out there. I'm fine with that. Spend your own damn money. Leave my money in my government helping the people in America first.
Fear, that's the fear, equals control, equals power. Yep. So Bill Gates, why are you going to let those millions of people die when you have billions of dollars of your own that you can spend, that you could direct to these causes?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's really insidious.
Give his own money.
It's really insidious what they do. Stacey Washington.
Write a check, bro.
Yep. Ben Ferguson. Great to see both of you.
Thank you both.
Great to see you. Thank you.